This is the American Rebellion. My name is Jerry. How y'all doing? Uh, got Alan McMillan, Virginia Pollard, Larry Burns so far. I don't know how long we're going to last tonight. It is very inclement weather. But I am here, as always, with Matty K and Nick Young. Talk about that for a minute because my teeth are all going bad, and I believe there would be a reason for it. I'll let you know in a minute. See, Max is here. Jimmy Collins, how you doing? Matt, how you doing?
It's fairly average day and whatnot. And one thing about them wisdom teeth, how come it's like nobody evolutionary fucking snafu? I mean, there's like 1% of people that never have to have them out or anything.
I just had mine out not too long ago. I had them from the time I was about 14, 15 years old. Just got my grass cut while them people in the big city down the road are protesting over some bullshit. Yeah, we got a new protest site, which is fun. Nick, how you doing?
Hey. So I asked the question.
Yeah, how you doing, Nick?
Oh, I didn't hear that. Or Matt talking, but I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I'm doing. I had my bottom wisdom because none of my wisdom ever came out of my gum. They were impacted. So yeah, that's fun. I don't like it.
Well,
other than that, kind of crazy because at work, like 35 miles west of me, it's windy. Over here, it's dead calm.
Well, probably the eye of hurricane. You should be dead any minute. Think about it.
Okay. Right. Let's see how I try to.
And it begins. Back in 86 and 87, I was on Camp Geiger in North Carolina, which is attached to Camp Lejeune. It's situated in Jacksonville, North Carolina. While we were there, and these were the last 2 years, while I was there, we were drinking poison water. We were bathing in it. They cooked our food in it, everything. What they did was they took cleaning solutions used and everything, and they put them in 55-gallon drums, and they put them out this certain spot. They started leaking. They leak for 50 years. You tasted the water, you knew something was wrong. There were individual people that would tell us, "Don't drink it. There's something wrong with it." But what else? It wasn't back then. It wasn't like a bottle of water every 3 feet like there is now. And the only bottled water I can remember in the stores, although I didn't, but was Perrier, which I hate. I put a question on a site on Facebook. Hundreds of people have answered saying that they're losing all their teeth from different years being hundreds. Now, I've always had good teeth. I had one cavity when I was 15. I was born with straight teeth, never needed braces to straighten nothing out, nothing. And now I spend most of my life here since I was about 50 or so, 49, 50, with some sort of tooth pain or another. And of course, the VA says teeth have nothing to do with it. Now, there are also.
Well, that's that vapor degree. Wasn't it?
To do with like dry cleaning chemicals and degreasers come off that base from this. A lot of cancers, an inordinate amount. Now, here is the bad part.
That shit's outlawed now.
Yeah, but back then, throughout this entire time this was going on, they would test the water, and they would turn in the results, and the results were covered up. They knew. They knew. So, all I know is about every 2 months I got to get a tooth pulled, and I'm gonna end up losing all of them, at least my upper ones. So, it's been an interesting 2 days, I'm gonna tell you, good and bad. Yesterday, after 19 years, I finally spoke with my father, and that went well. Probably gonna go see him soon. Fucker's 85 years old, and he still works.
It did go well, you mean?
Yeah.
You're not being sarcastic.
No. It went well. He still works. 85 years old, and he lays floors in RVs, like the subfloor. I guess 5 years old.
Where do you live?
He lives in Alabama. So, life is funny. I did, however, um, turn on you guys in a minute. My mother died in 2017, so I was too late for that. He's got money, Dan. Father could work. So anyway, that's been my last 2 days. Of course, we got upstanding citizen for not doing what the cops tell them. And actually are trying to burn down some town in Wisconsin.
Puts out a statement that is we have a citizen who is killed by in broad daylight. Like, what the fuck does it make what time it is?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, had he not gone inside a bar where apparently the mag and sexual assault and domestic violence. Yeah, he was a good guy.
I don't know how the magazine fell out. They usually hold them upside down anyway.
Yeah.
How the fuck the magazine fall?
Yeah. Did the guy die? No, I don't think he's dead. I think he's in intensive care. He was shot 7 times. I would think they would protest because, the guy got shot 7 times and didn't die. You'd think they'd be happy about that, have a party. Just once, I would like these people to pick someone who is relatively not a scumbag. I think that's asking too much.
Well, relatively not a scumbag. People don't usually disregard on the ground like he's deaf or something.
Well, this morning's line of bullshit was that he was trying to stop an argument. Now, I haven't heard that was bullshit, but I don't know yet. Naturally, if that
It's
happens,
irrelevant to whatever the fuck he was there for. But
yeah, it is irrelevant. But that was the big thing on Twitter. You shouldn't have a death sentence for not listening to police. I don't think these people understand how life works. And they really should.
it was suicide by cop. It looked like he did it on purpose. Like he didn't really give a fuck. He wasn't running or nothing. He was like, I'm just fucking going to do what I want to do.
Yeah. Dan Yost says in Lafayette, Louisiana, we got a guy that was going into a gas station with a knife and the police shot him, so they are protesting. Police tased him and it didn't work, so they had to shoot him before he went stabbing people in the gas station. Destiny and Jolene, how are you guys tonight?
Yeah, and the protest.
Knife is more dangerous than a gun many times if you're within 10, 12 foot. Really...
These cops had to pistol whip somebody. Pistol whipped him and took him right the fuck.
Well, they teach them the ultimate. They teach them the lead flip.
Well,
that's self-confidence.
There's a rumor going around.
Gotta tell you, my dad with that little thumper blackjack, that shit, he wouldn't have gone nowhere near the driver's side door.
I've heard some rumors George Floyd swallowed a bag of fentanyl. So Alan McMillan is here.
Well, yeah, toxicology, they say he's actually an overdose.
Yeah.
But It doesn't matter. These whoever they are, the scum of the fucking earth, doesn't make any difference.
I hope they let all four of them cops go. I do. You know what? I don't give a They had to put him in the car, pull him out of the car. They had all kinds of stupid shit going on. Fuck him. And I saw the video. His knee was more on his back than it was his neck. He was just his knee was close to the top of his back. Okay, this guy was a fucking scumbag. I don't care that he's dead. I don't care the guy last night got shot 7 fucking times. I don't care the guy in Lafayette got shot. Stop doing stupid fucking shit and you won't get shot 9 times out of 10. And if you do get shot, chances are it's by a black guy.
I'm starting to believe this is like another MK Ultra fucking ops. To spread these fuckers around to do this shit.
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know. The Democrats are trying to blame the fucking Pope. Just, you know what? Rubber bullets. Yeah.
I'm being recorded. I'm going to do some stupid shit right about now.
Yeah.
That I'm going to go to jail for life for.
What they're going to have to do is you don't want cops shooting people. All right, then we're going to wrap up mandatory in
Yep. And ambushed and shot. Tiffany Sullivan says, yes, saw that, and all of a sudden the ME report goes missing. Yeah. I want to know what George Floyd in particular, how a famous guy probably OD.
an ambulance chaser for fucking 30 years.
Yeah, you know, a lot of this has to do, okay, with who's paying the guy investigation up there in Minnesota. Keith Ellison, the wife beating piece of shit, and that's not even his real name. He's a fucking Muslim. They're hollering about white supremacy owned businesses, etc. Even the black cop shot the guy. Yeah.
This looks like fucking strategy. Why does this shit? We're having one of these. This one is like a no-brainer, but why does it happen about every fucking month now? And miraculously, you get the perfect filmed images, but not the whole fucking story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Folks, some guy filming and he wants to release happens all the time. Jobs are gone. Yep. They're working. I promise you that. Yeah. As to the Black Lives Matter, because that's all going to the DNC anyway. I think it's the Democrats with outside influences, be it George Soros or anybody else, who, I mean, this shit happens all the time because everything is so stupid out there. All you need that to happen, you say a few incendiary words. Yeah.
With the brick out fucking cold.
I
The fucking
I heard about it. I did
Yeah,
not watch. Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw that the dude that drop kicked the fucker in Portland. They caught him. He's totally charged.
They dropped all the charges that he had on him because he had a bunch of charges on. I don't know. The whole goddamn world is. You know, these politicians in general are just enjoying the shit out of it because it gives them more power. We got the ridiculous all around, however.
And Trump pants off. Camel is.
Yeah. Yeah. Today's big thing is Trump was making a speech, said something about Obama, and somebody may or may not have said monkey. So
In the crowd?
One of the delegates in the crowd at the RNC, they're claiming he said something else, or she, whatever, I don't know. It seems like a guy thing to say.
I don't care either.
No, not after listening to that self-indulgent speech he made heard him bold face lies. Right.
Well, still, I guess this. And they're going to.
Well, some point.
I mean, it's like you couldn't put up a more of a doofus fucking candidate that is incompetent. Obviously, even they know it. Everybody knows it. It's like everybody's going to be, God, if he doesn't come out with his schlong hanging out, no matter what he does, they'll say he had a victim.
Well, look what they're blaming Trump. They're blaming Trump for the tanked economy. Had he not done what he done, he would have lost 400,000 people probably. In the country to China and told him he was a racist. They blame Trump for the unity in the country, which was started with fucking Obama. Absolutely. I lived through it. So, he's done some pretty historic things they don't even mention in the papers. We got 5-year-old white kids getting shot. We're heading for a war. This is what people are going to have. They're going to go into the wrong neighborhood one day. And it's going to spread. 88 nights in Portland. They still will not National Guard, and they tried to set another police station on fire. They have spent $4.3 million renting a building to renovate to make a new police headquarters after they said they're going to defund the cops and eventually get rid of them.
Socialism. What they want.
Yep.
Exactly.
Not for the same reason he's talking about, but Walmart, they have a monopoly on this shit now. You can get it very quickly. Post office out of business at this point, not just in the red. But out of business like that because Jeff Bezos is a flaming liberal.
Post office.
Yep.
Which hasn't been root for decades already.
Yeah, what, 30 years or something, 40 years, whatever it's been. They stopped. We talked about this the other night. Amtrak does not make money, but because it's the only passenger train really in the entire United States. They keep subsidizing this shit. That doesn't make money.
Well, we wouldn't because it's the only long term.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine what would happen to Planned Parenthood? What would happen? And I'll tell you why. Not so much for the money, because they could change the way they do things and actually give health care instead of just because people would do whatever it took to get them out of business. We got a candidate for president who says he has all the answers to fix the country, unite the country, do all this. Yet he's been in a vice president for 8 years and in office for 40 plus in the Senate. I mean,
well, it's the whole point. When they're in there for 4, they don't want to solve anything. They might get fucking beat. They don't want anything to get solved, and they wouldn't have any need to be there.
They go nowhere. Billions in taxpayer dollars wasted on fucking investigations that go absolutely nowhere just to get the president of the United States out of office. But to see, they were completely bullshit. A government that is completely corrupt.
Yeah.
Department of Justice completely corrupt. Nobody gets fired. I don't know. Yeah.
They get leverage on people because they know shit. It's that fucking deal, you know?
Yep. And what does it do? What does it really do? Middle class shrinks. Small business pays.
Absolutely correct.
Large business, all they got to do is get up and move to another country. Small business can't do that because they usually live in the same, have their business. They can't just get up and leave. They tax them out of existence. They regulate them out of existence. Hospital insurance that doesn't cover you after you find out you're sick. Social Security that is broke, they won't give you your money when you ask them for it. The VA is corrupt. It's been the IRS. Tell me, what is government doing for anyone?
I got a movie quote for somebody to answer, and here it is. So what do? We sit in the middle and suck on it.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes for anybody.
I don't know. And scream just like the politicians do. And they use our yelling and screaming to get reelected. The American people left could live their lives very well. Things right.
And to everybody that thinks the United States is as bad as everybody claims, you see some fucking
Getting treated. No. Yep. Yep.
Well, you don't want to be the guy that fucked that job up right now.
Probably not. I guess there's probably 4 or 5 people we know nothing about that are dead. And folks, don't ever forget that this is both sides of the aisle. It ain't just the damn Democrats, it's the Republicans too.
A couple of Republicans never Trump, coming out the closet all of a sudden to bash Trump.
Yep.
Who gives a shit?
Yep. Yeah, Jeff.
It's fitting.
Mitt Romney.
It's probably flacky and you're a racist for pronouncing it wrong.
Don't get rich in office. Some of them go into office rich, they get richer. How's that happen? They have people handing them money for their so-called campaigns. They have people handing them information, telling them what stocks to buy, what stocks to sell.
It's it's entangled web that it can't be unraveled. I mean, the whole drain, the swamp. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, there are people who believe there's thousands of indictments and people going to jail. How come whenever we're investigating all these horrible people involved with the Russia thing, we never mention people like Adam Schiff? I never hear the Justice Department mention him, Nancy Pelosi, Jerry Nadler, any of those people like that. Why is
Something page.
Lisa Page?
Lisa Page.
Yeah.
Now, if they wanted to, they could have put the screws in that bitch.
No.
She's fucking gone. She's a fucking fart in the wind, man.
No, they're never hard on these Democrats that are, pure criminal. It's obvious. You don't even have to look for it. It's obvious they're criminal. But they never get investigated. Fuck, they investigate them.
Listen, every government agency with his people. He stuffed the military with his people. He got rid of people that, combat veterans. And put college boys in charge who know nothing. You ever wonder why? I was in line for fucking.
It's Trump's job to weed them out. And they're pissed at weeding them out, or trying.
But it's everywhere. Yep. It is. They have infiltrated the government. We're worried about the Muslims. You got to worry about the liberal progressives that are in our government that are doing everything they can to not. I mean, Trump says no more HB1 visas from India. Naturally, Department of State lets it happen. The fuck's going on? That shit don't happen under Obama. That shit happens under.
Oh, it's Hispanic girl or Mexican girl. You can see convention, you know, all sorry that Trump sent her mama out the country, deported her, and now he's taking mothers away from their kid. Well, it was Clinton. It just so happened a bunch of fucking lies.
Every single the thing about the difference between about is everything the single thing that comes out of any Democrat's mouth is a full-faced lie, and people lap that shit up like shit. I am not going to make 2 hours on this show. I'm going to tell you that right now. Better what the damn thing is.
What else? You know, I mean,
Now, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do this tonight. I should have known this. Guys, Wednesday night. All right. Everybody take care.